We're getting our first look at the new season of The Crown that airs on Netflix next month, and it does not shy away from the divorce drama between Charles and Diana. Take a look.
She's at breaking point because of the way she feels she's been treated. They see her as a threat.
Remember the one condition, the one rule. You remain loyal to this family.
Be silent.
Wow. But Dame Judi Dench recently wrote an open letter to The Times criticizing the show for being, quote, crude sensationalism and cruelly unjust to the royal family. She also wants Netflix to add a disclaimer to each episode telling viewers the show is fiction and not historically accurate. Dame Judi has met the Queen on a number of occasions and was made a dame back in 1988. She's also close friends of Queen consort Camilla. Am I saying that
Camilla?
right? I always say her name wrong every time. Camilla, who is featured having an affair with Charles in the new season. Okay, Tori, you watched the show.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, do you agree with Dame Judi Dench?
And I love Dame Judi Dench. Please forgive me if you're watching, Dame.
I think you're going to be all right.
I think I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Since we moved to 3 o'clock on many market shows.
She's super into it. Yeah. Super into it. Yeah. Not only is it coming from a space if she is very close to Camilla, this will very much humiliate King Charles and Camilla for actual accurate reasons. Princess Diana famously snuck a recorder in with her friend and said the words, "It's very crowded in our marriage. There's 3 people here." This was a painful, horrible time, and it's not inaccurate, it's just uncomfortable. So Charles might be a little red under his crown. That doesn't mean it's not allowed to be public and fair for the people. They don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy as royals, so there's no reason why, and they have consultants on there, they're not outrageous. They, I think, are doing an excellent job of really depicting what happened. I really do.
Yeah, he didn't cheat on her? I mean, what point are you getting at? Yeah, he definitely did.
Do you have the inside tea? Because you live next to Harry and Meghan.
I don't live next to them. They live down the road a bit, but I don't get the whole royal deal. Okay?
I don't either.
It makes zero sense to me that in 2022 we're even talking about these folks.
What about the tradition from 1066, William the Conqueror? That's important to them.
It draws a lot of money into England. That I understand. But Meghan and the Prince live, you know, not too far down the road. And, you know, some people love Meghan. Some people don't like Meghan. The question is he going to wake up one day, Harry, and go, did I screw up my entire life? Or, you know, this is the life I want to lead? The people I know who have run into him say lovely things about them. They go out to dinner. He rides his bike and takes his kid down to a beach, and the dog's there, and I hear wonderful things. The rumor in town is that their security bill a month, I heard, is insane.
Oh,
I can imagine.
I can imagine.
I heard $19,000 a month, but it may be more than that.
Oh, he's giving us the tea, you guys.
That's what I've heard. And now they want to move to another area because where they are, the home originally cost $50 million. They got it for $14 million. But it's a $50 million house, and they have to maintain a boatload of you know, bushes and trees and grass and stuff like that. They want to move to an area called Hope Ranch, which doesn't have as much of that going on. But the people in the Hope Ranch area don't want them there for all the obvious reasons with the tourists and all that other kind of stuff. You can't even get to their house. There's a massive gate and all this other kind of stuff. But, you know, let them live their lives. You know, I really don't. People say, have you run into them? No. I wouldn't bother them anyway. What would I say? Hey, Princey baby, how's it going today?
I would want him to, I double dare you to say that. Hey, Princey.
Although there's quite a lot of talk in your neighborhood.
Yeah, it seems like it. You had some very specific details.
Like
I love that about neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Mark, you're in on the gossip in the neighborhood, huh? A housewife.
Well, and I get this thing on my phone every morning about what's going on.
There's a newsletter.
There's a newsletter. There is. Yeah.
Oh, I saw the Prince walking his dog. There's neighborhood gossip for sure.
Okay, all right. So Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel celebrated their 10th anniversary yesterday. The couple renewed their vows in Italy last summer, the same place where they initially tied the knot. But can renewing your vows also be, quote unquote, the kiss of death to a marriage? Seal and Heidi Klum renewed their vows every year they were married until they split 10 years ago.
Every year.
Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey once shut down Disneyland.
Oh, wait a minute. Nick just had another baby just now.
Probably.
Well played.
Probably. They renewed their
Nick just had another
You got all those deets on that newsletter. So they renewed their vows at Disneyland, which I would love more than anything.
Of course you would.
But then they split 6 months after their 6th anniversary, and then Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher reportedly renewed their vows in Israel a year later. He was caught up in a cheating scandal also. In her memoir, Demi said that Ashton admitted to cheating on her on their anniversary weekend.
What? Oh, really?
Yes. How
Kutcher.
did he get past that?
Wow.
Whoever his PR team, I mean, I can't imagine. That's usually like a career ender.
What if she came in and he goes, "You're being punked"? Like it was all a joke. Terrible. I agree.
Or that's like his way to gaslight her. What? I didn't cheat. I was punking you.
It's terrible.
Would you do the renewal of the vows? Are you guys renewing vows?
Good question. I feel like you would.
No, I think this is so stupid. Like this whole thing.
You wouldn't renew your vows.
Would you do it no matter how, if Jordan wanted to?
I don't know. Who cares? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Make sure that's the same energy that you do.
This woman,
Is this something you really want to do? Okay, I'm in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't think it has anything to do with getting a divorce. I don't think it's some kind of curse. You could make the same assumption with eating a cheeseburger a week before your divorce.
Do you think it's like a little bit of a desperation, like things aren't going well?
That I could kind of relate to. Like, we're not doing so good. Let's try to oomph our marriage. Oomph up?
What?
Yes. Our marriage a little bit. Ouch.
Up our marriage?
Yeah. What do you want me to say? I have to keep, like, the language barrier over here. Spice it up, get it going, you know what I mean?
Mark, what about you?
Ask me if I would get my vows renewed.
Would you get your vows renewed, Mark?
Dang. No. That was a double dare.
I've been married for 48 years, as I say. The reason it works is I've been home 14 of them. No, I don't get it. I really don't get it. We have a great life. We love each other, but I don't need to,
If you came home and said, let's renew our vows, what would be the next sentence out of our mouth?
No!
I get it. I know.
Tori, you would love it. Yeah. So these are 3 men. Yeah. I would love it.
First of all, are you inviting people? Because that's out of control.
No, I would not. I would want a private ceremony in the Disneyland castle.
That's not private.
I would be on the beach or something. I like that it cements you're honoring the ritual. You're honoring the commitment you made to each other. There's an energy there.
Yep.
It can renew you to a new chapter.
Yes.
And if you're privately doing it, I think it's quite nice.
Me too.
Do you think the idea of renewing it is something that happened in that marriage that you kind of want to put behind you and say we're going to start fresh?
That's fair.
Yeah. Renewing your vows because maybe you broke them prior.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or that day. It's a
hashtag Ashton.
It's a weird thing. I don't know, because if you're trying to renew something and you say we're going to move on from this point, is that a good thing? Because you're not.
The courts are just out. Okay, Al. Like, come on.
So Ashton Kutcher is married to Mila Kunis now, right?
Yes. Yep.
Doesn't that sound like a sexually transmitted disease to you? I have Mila Kunis, and I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm just off today.
I think you're on.
I think you finally, through osmosis,
became
fit right in.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Became us.
I was making a point and saying pulled my mic out.
I broke out and had Mila Kunis all over me. I don't know. I can't stop doing it. Ask me if I get my vows.
No. Are you all put together now?
I was talking. I don't want you to snatch my mic away from me.
I just wanted to point out the obvious.
By pulling it over my head?
People are commenting that your wires are everywhere.
Well, they assume that I hope that they know that there are wires attached to us.
Okay, but we all hide our wires. Just so you know, you're the talk.
I want to pull the curtain back.
You're the talk of the town.